Oh my God.
Texas. Similar route. This time it's going to be hit by Kenny. Doesn't make a difference. Still wins the gunfight. Teammate unfortunately bounces off the palm tree right into his lap. So we stay 3v3. And here's Optic.
Oh, Huke's able to win that gunfight. The comms come in, so Skies was ready for it. But now Huke with a stun. Individual player makes a big time play. Now a 1v3 for Kismet. Bomb being planted over towards B though.
Yeah, he's going to give
himself a shot.
Gives himself a shot. Can he catch one off guard early? Timing here. Oh, good trigger discipline. That's good info. Nate cooked up. Timing is going to get everything on the follow-up. There's the follow-through. Gotta get out. Not going to get out. Dashy right there.
They can sort of handle the sort of mixiness that the Falcons can bring to the table. They sort of figured them out just a little bit, at least on this map.
Yeah, the team, the Vegas Falcons team, it can be a real whirlwind. It can be a real lightning storm, but right now Optic Texas have put that lightning into a bottle, and they can do with it as they please right now. Another 5-3.
Hey, shout out to the Observant team right there for the perfect angle. All those gunfights through the mid-map. Even though Insight finds 3, you still have Huke on the pinch contesting it. His teammates are spawning over towards 10. Huke relieves that pressure on towards the point. Now Optic can hop right back in.
Yep, I love that he doesn't take that third challenge over towards Gun. He just gives the information, holds on to sidewalk where he can manipulate spawns. Oh, and Huke is off to the races. 4-0 start. Optic dominate through the middle of the map. A chance in this last 10 seconds.
Not fun to be on the receiving end of that gunfight. Dashy actually, he is dealing with 2, and he still walks away.
Is so active. Oh, he saw the top of the head of Huke. Oh, and it doesn't matter that Huke wins the fight on the second man as well. That's unbelievable. The nuke on the inside of DVD finds it. Last man Geo tagged up now.
Let me know, Hex. I want some. They're able to pause it with 2.5. 10v12, the minute extension, he'll get a chance here. Working through on the flank. Taking a route's going to be nasty, but there's 3 turning around to kind of deal with that. The minute extension should be here real quickly. Yeah, the trophy's gone, but the players sure aren't. Now that he's shot, he's going to get picked up.
I think they probably have a little bit more time maybe to allow Nasty to make it play, but now they don't. Now they're down in lives. Huke the Nuke starting to turn this around. It's just 0-4 who's out of his base, so he's going to find 1. Give his team some breathing room as Abuza's going to find the second. So, nice little response here from Surge. They find 3.
Huke the Nuke's got to be the coolest icon we've ever had, right? Like, I don't think I can't even know. Popped off it for a second. I think it was like halfway there. Huke's going to peek this again, and he'll get the kill. So 0-4 can't get on it. Great stuff from 0-4, or great stuff from Huke to shut that down. And now, like you said, they got to their spots.
Well, Shotzi might just end this round himself. He goes on a wide flank. Well, he just misses out on the timing because Huke takes down 2. He's on 4 in a row, all down to Neptune.
Best of luck. They are going.
Oh my God, he got stuck.
In terms of how do Ultra want to try to retake this?
And your first contact is going to be onto Kenny. He's watching the site. Very cheeky spot. Bean's going to be right next to him. At least finds that first kill. Now Huke in a 1v2.
And he's up top.
I don't know if you can see it from there, Alan.
I don't know if he can either. I don't think he can. But he may be able to see the cross. And there's the information onto Joe. Clean shots from Huke. He also sees Beans down low, tagged up. But he's going to just bait it out. He's going to wait for the clock. Huke's going to go check. There's not going to be enough time for Beans to get back to the bomb. Just not playing for the win condition. And Huke has clutched up for Optic to get him up 5-1.
Didn't matter if Ultra found the first blood. Optic were effective on the trades, but then Kenny winning that one-on-one. Turns it into a 2v2.
They're going to commit. Shots over the top of the bar. Decent. Huke still staying planted. Hi, how are you? Finds the first. Can he get the second? Lots of shots coming through. Help is on the way from Shotzi, but he gets turned away. It's just down to Huke. Oh! What a double from Huke! 3 in a row. Off the reload. Catches information on Celium, who's now committed to this play as the rest of Optic start to flood forward, but Celium gets the first. Pre-fire was there, but also so was Dashy.
Oh my God, big shout out to the Nuke, man.
Skies.
Lays down right on the bomb. You're not expecting him to be in that position, but when the teammates wrap back, give him a little bit of assistance, has everyone weak.
This might be an interesting one. I'm sure teams will start to find a little bit of smoothness to the gameplay. The holds will start to get stronger, the rotations will be on point, but nobody finding a lot of objective early on. We'll see if this turns into a little more time. Optic have got base spawning where they want them for the upcoming rotation.
trying to keep them pinned in deep. Huke chained together a couple. That'll be 3 dead per phase.
And nobody took a route, right? You tried to retake P2, so now you're fighting through the middle of the map. There is the opener, but already on P3 will be Dashy. Gonna find some of that early time. And this is what we saw from Huke, running another AR and winning gunfights. Also, his team spawns over towards Bus, but of course it is Sim pulling out this sub. Him and Abizi playing around the objective.
We have seen some insane P3 holds lately. Just going back to the old.
They don't know where Skies was off that nade, and Kismet finds another, leaving Huke down by himself. He's got the last one right on the corner, and Skies. Oh, they're going to see one another, and Huke, Gunny too strong, gets the win.
Almost got scary though. That was another 4v2 scenario. But thankfully Huke doesn't peek out the back door. Skies knew he was close, but that Jackal was definitely preferred for those close.
Trying to match him at 15 and 6. Kleenex is running it down with 28 engagements, and Beans and Insight, well, maybe struggling to contain Huke and Shotzi. They're shooting everybody in the back, but back towards P1, at least Optic, they didn't get the money hill they were looking for, but still, it's been a slow trickle closing the gap, and around P1, they've been dominant. You see Mercules pulling out the Jackal, and that is a clean 4-man wipe in the feed. They don't have the spawns, but they've been soaking up on P1.
Whoa, Huke, it's a great POV right now. 22 and 8, another huge spree. 7 can't get streaks, but soaking like this, he certainly will. We saw Mercules do it the other day, and now Huke's lining up, and he has stepped up to the plate and some. What a P1 this has been. Lead changes there.
Yeah, and they're forcing 2 of the players from Ultra to spawn out, so Insight has to run for the hills and try to do what he does best, just be annoying. But Huke, yeah, thinking about hunting him down, doesn't want to go through. Yeah, honestly. Oh, if you have to watch that kill cam, you're going to be so frustrated. What a route.
It's a magical route. Wow, good stuff from Huke. First into the point, Optic Texas, they're going to find the initial time there. And yeah, the diving board, it's a tryout game, folks. You know, it works. Kismet sneaks on through as Huke continues this little roll. The battle for the hard point is still ongoing. And right now, it looks like you should get some time if you're Guerillas, mate. Take it, run with that. Huke's still on a 3.
Yeah, Linz, though, came off spawn and goes, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with that side of the map. I'll just go through mid, go towards time. It'll be cool in that direction. But Huke just gets to be the ultimate roaming slayer. So maybe not a ton of time accrued by either one of these teams, but Optic super secure on this rotation. Everybody set up. Huke still pushed out, and every kill that he gets is a bit of a dagger to LAG.
Nearly done. Kleenex finds a nice one up close and personal. Took a little bit longer than I think he wanted. We'll lose Kleenex, and we'll lose the A zone. Toronto get a minute to play.
13v12 and a minute and 15 to capture B. Not ideal. Optic, you just want to slow him down as much as you can, and Huke doing exactly that. Whoa! 3 players now reintroduced to their spawn.
By the Garland. Here he goes. Oh, this is it. Looking for a few more. A couple more involuntary melees, but their kills are just sensational. Optic Texas.
The kill a bit more time. Shotzi trying to get going. Only 150 damage so far. Starting out 0-4. Nothing really working out for him. What a superstar in the making Mercules is. A big test for him within this series. But all right, half the time going to go the way of Optic early. The other half will be the way of FaZe. As Huke is stringing together headshots, and they'll now look to set up Vince's side. Look to have a little bit of breathing room. Starting to try to layer the map here, especially behind Huke, who's going to try and stagger this transition. Let's see if he can actually stagger it. Nice win. That's what, 3-4 straight headshots for him.
Yeah, an AR in hand, and while he's gonna have a great idea where the rest of FaZe are, they start to look on around. Sim's just gonna go onto the hill. He's gonna put some pressure on, so there are fights everywhere. Some key one-on-ones. I mean, they're just trying to find these FaZe players. Well, now through Shed comes Straza and Celia, but Huke's still just staying alive on the hill. But now you're gonna allow FaZe to get into the positions that they want, but it doesn't matter. Huke continues to heat on up.
A massive multi-kill.
On 4 in a row, already has the RC, but unlikely to see that here. Optic are going to re-wrap this back towards Courtyard. And there's going to be some sort of a scuffle here as they recheck from shelves. Hydra, first one up, clean shots, now 5 in a row, just immediately going to hop on towards it. How does Huke want to try to play this? Actually, no. Hydra's not going to commit for the defuse. This gives Huke a little bit more time to play with here off the backside of this pinch. Could he finally come back over and take this down? Finds the first cleanly, steps away, 7 seconds on the clock. You got to go. Shots are through though, and Ghosty comes up big, but unfortunately, it doesn't come in time. So it's going to be a 1v2 clutch up, and Optic get on the board.
Right there, that was Hydra just trying to use a little bit of the death cam to his ability. He's thinking as soon as Shotzi watches that kill cam.
For Optic to turn this around.
Yeah, Huke just got to play his life. Fire wraps all the way backside of P4. He's just looking for an opening kill, and he's also able to find it on the Shotzi. A big one-on-one gunfight. Now it's all on Huke. Just simply play his life as long as he possibly can.
He's holding it. 2 players inside of the point. Here we go. 5 fears with time. Optic trying to make the play in through the back. Slow and steady, but they don't necessarily have the time to make this happen. Huke's now vacated point. Has him secure on the back line. Optic now on the pinch.
Yeah, they're blocking the spawns. This is a great play right here from Huke. To at least keep the numbers on their side. You still got to apply pressure in towards the hard point. Now you got a little bit of assistance from the Batman. Mr. Dashy finds 2. That's all 4 dead.
They tried. That's so hard. I mean, at the very least, Nasty's got that bomb, so check your corners, as you do. Yep. Checks it. Gets away with his life. 2v2, 20 seconds.
Problem is, there is not time, and you got a player from Optic on either site. Nasty has to plant.
Nasty. There's the choice. Wow. There's the big win. What a moment. Ample time to get this one down. Here comes Huke. He's going to send it forward. Is he going to be able to get there in time? Is he going to be able to save it? No good. 1v1 now. Neptune versus Huke. 2 of the most difficult players to deal with at any given moment. Now they go head to head. Huke to go one way. Neptune goes another, but they will meet. And Huke walks away with a win. That dark corridor, man. That dark corridor is something else. 4-1.
You talked about on the main stage that the heart's got to be thumping. Huke might just be built different. That man is ice cold. No reaction.
Have everything. He knows he's just looking for the kills. That is number now 10 in a row, and a perfectly timed flank to be able to pick up 2. So that is Huke. Instead of being bloodthirsty and hunting down kills and chasing red dots, goes and makes just a heads-up play.
It'd be like, I don't know, like Thieves, like Vanguard here or something. Just turn up the last month and best team on the year. Now, I know that I'm speaking nonsense, but it still would be a wild story.
That's what we're about. We're about the stories.
Yeah, my rocker story is dead in the dirt. So now I'm creating a Champs Optic Texas win. That's my next story, Joe. I'm a storyteller. I'm J.R.R. Tolkien.
And I know what this story is for Surge.